Whatever you just said, you have officially made Pat or Tim quit on the spot.
You're listening
You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the FreshTakes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Fresh Takes podcast. I'm your host, Tim, alongside my two favorite co-hosts, Tank and Pat. And boys, the NFL regular season has come to an end. The only person who still is around and can have fun is Pat, as both Tank and I's teams have officially been eliminated. And my second team has been eliminated. But Tank, your second team's still rolling.
Yeah.
So
Pat,
we have...
do you even have a second team?
Do I have a second team? Yeah, I can't think of one off the top of my head, so maybe not, but
I feel like from all of the times we've done videos, I could say Pat's second team is probably the Lions.
yeah.
So
Sure.
I feel like he's a big Gibbs and Campbell fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I
can
can
get
see that.
popping them.
but the only other thing is Tank and I both have a NFC and an AFC. So Pat, you're gonna need to get an AFC team.
Yeah, you definitely have to get another. Mine's like I said, I have an AFC and an NFC. It's
All right, I'll get back to you guys on that.
What about the
I'll think it
Broncos?
over. I'm searching out free agents here.
Okay. When we come back from our little break at the end of the year, you better come back and let us know.
you're on the
Maybe
clock.
I'll buy a jersey of the team I'm.
Hey, I don't have any
Unless it's,
Falcon stuff.
unless it's one of the three I already have.
Actually, no, I just thought of that. Mine's two NFC teams.
Yeah.
So, hey, you don't have to worry about it. It's just Tank who has an AFC.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then you both are on the clock.
Although, if you want to point that I need an AFC, I mean, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, LSU, I would lean towards the Bengals. Lindsey's uncle is Bengal fans. They have season tickets, so I'll go Bengals.
All right, so Pat, you're now on the clock.
All right. It's a 24-hour clock.
It's more like
it would be longer.
3.5, 4 week clock. But hey, you're getting
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the playoffs have officially begun, and this Saturday is the first of 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games.
We got Texans and the Chargers going up first, right? They're first.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got the early game on Saturday.
And then what's that? Bills and Broncos? No, the Bills and Broncos are 1 o'clock on Sunday.
So you got Chargers, Texans at 4:30 on Saturday. Steelers, Ravens on Saturday 8 p.m. Then on Sunday at 1, you have Broncos, Bills. 4:30 Packers, Eagles. Sunday at 8 Commanders, Buccaneers, and then to finish this out Monday you have Vikings, Rams.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna go ahead. And instead of on Facebook, when you see our little pick sheets, they're going to match what we're going to say, but we're going to go over and do our picks now. And then we're just going to go and pick all the way up until the Super Bowl. We'll have pictures on here of everybody's picks through the magic of editing. And right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, Chargers versus Texans. I'm going Chargers.
You said Chargers versus the Texans?
Yep.
Is that the game we were talking about? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's first game.
Yeah, I got the Chargers winning that one. I'm sorry, I'm tired, dude.
Hey.
Should we resend you picks if we differ from what we sent you originally?
I mean, if you changed, then I can put it in through the editing, but
maybe I'm waffling here, but no, I got the Chargers in this one. I'm just
Okay.
thinking about other games. Other
Well,
games on
we'll
the
leave
fence.
that to the pick sheets. If so, I'll put what we have now up in the editing. But if pick sheets are
All right,
different, then that's what you're picking.
all right.
But we all leaning towards Chargers.
I think
Chargers.
so. The Texans are kind of
Falling
lost.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're. I
I would
like
have
the.
more hope if Dell and Diggs weren't hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that really hurt them this year. I feel, and then I also
Mhm.
feel like C.J. Stroud. I mean, we were all high, almighty on him, but he's even.
I mean, what Tank? You and I said MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah. So once again, all of our MVP votes this year are not doing too hot.
I'm glad nobody takes us serious enough to go put bets on these people.
Pat, your guy is like leading in interceptions this year. So
Um,
Who did you say again, Pat?
Jordan Love.
listen. I got nothing to say.
I don't even remember our OPOYs.
I can't remember. I'd have to go back and watch that video.
Yes, I think mine might have been Jefferson. But all right, next up, Steelers versus the Ravens. Amazon Prime. Shout out to Amazon, where I work.
I used to work for Amazon. Uh, I yes, Baltimore is my second favorite team. But Steelers, man, they've like what the last four they've lost the last four games,
Five.
5 games of the season, and they were playing really good, and now they're not. Um, I hate to say it, but I really feel like even if they kept Russell in, they don't really have a shot. So I feel they should just go ahead and let Justin Fields take reins and put more on tape out there. I personally feel Fields should stay in Pittsburgh and Russell be shopped out somewhere else. But that's just my opinion. But I'm going Ravens on this.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore. The whole thing of Steelers losing five in a row, that defense is now not looking good at all. That's their problem.
Yeah,
The injuries to the corners and the corners just playing bad. I think that's going to hurt them.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Ravens. They're hitting their stride again. They look great. And the Steelers, kind of the other way.
All right. So for the last AFC team, that's weird that they put all the AFC teams to go first. But
yeah.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, Bills Broncos. I'd love to see the Broncos upset, and I won't get into it because somebody else is going to talk about that. But I got Bills. I think the Bills can do it, even though they technically had a whole week off with their starters.
I, I would like to see an upset. I really would. I think it'd be kind of cool. Um, I just don't see Broncos being able to pull that upset out. So unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, I'm going with the Bills because I think the team is just a little too powerful, too much that Knicks and Denver Broncos can't handle them.
Yeah, I'm going to Broncos. Bo Nix's last two games have been tremendous. They're riding a hot
Are we
hand.
counting week 8? No.
I'm counting it. It's still a
Okay.
momentum lift.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know
um,
how you can count that Week 18 win.
I mean,
I
what
don't
is
know.
it? 2 weeks in a row they put up 40 plus?
Well, it was only
But
38.
no, they only won 30. They only won had 34 points against Chiefs.
Oh, okay. I thought they put up 40 plus both weeks. Because they
But
had 24 against the Bengals. Why did I think that they had a lot more than that?
because
All right, well,
they own the game.
it felt like the
Um,
fourth quarter they both put up like 30 points.
Yeah, so I just think that the Broncos defense overall, that's great. They're flying hot right now.
I'm not saying they're
Sack
not.
monsters.
I don't
I
want.
know
I don't
Josh
want.
Allen's having an MVP type year, but it's gonna get soiled. And all of this is mainly, it's literally coming out of hope that we do not see another damn Bills Chiefs AFC championship because I'll jump through a window.
Is it? Is it? Who is it in our fantasy league that's a Bills fan? Bryce.
Right. And I always pick against the Bills and they win when I do. So maybe they will win. But
So maybe you should
Bryce is gonna
pick
be mad at you, Pat.
them.
even Bryce won't be mad at me because when I pick against them, they win. So
Yeah.
he'll love that I'm not picking them.
Oh, okay.
But all right. Now we're gonna jump to the NFC 4 o'clock Packers versus Eagles and what could be the backup bowl.
Yeah, I
Um,
I
I
was
got
going to
Philly.
say I have the Eagles winning, but if Hurts is still in, because I know I got a notification that he's still in concussion protocol. If he's still in it by the time the game starts and everything, and he doesn't get to play, I have a feeling Green Bay is going to be the ones that actually upset the Eagles. But at this moment, I still have the Eagles winning.
I think by like Friday they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts ready to go," and this entire time he was practicing, and they just
Well,
weren't.
they they can't officially clear him until first practice of the week, which would be tomorrow, and they dropped their emergency quarterback just a
Yeah,
couple hours ago. So I think they're pretty much having signs that he's going to clear it tomorrow. If he gets a full week of practice in, I'm a little more confident. It is
Tanner
kind of,
McKee was looking pretty good though.
yeah, like honestly, I'd rather Tanner McKee maybe start than Pickett or something, but you know.
I don't know. If I'm Philly, I'm thinking maybe I should trade Jalen Hurts for some draft picks and keep Tanner McKee.
Tim, you know, you should apply for a GM with that pitch.
What's your
I'll be the new Giants, and I'll give you guys pick 1, 2, 3, and I'll give you who you want, Darius Slayton for Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
all right.
so the tush push goes from Philly to the brother to the MetLife Stadium. Oh my!
I'll tell you what, I'll throw in Tommy DeVito just so on the sideline you can get a little culture. But Pat, who you picking? I'm sure we all know.
Yes, I still got the Eagles, especially if Jalen's cleared. He hasn't played in a few weeks, so I mean, there could be some rust early. I mean, the Packers looked good. They've kind of trailed off too. They still have, but they're scary. They could absolutely like have a monster game like they did last year against Dallas, and I do not want that to happen because I don't want that rubbed in my face.
As long as Jalen doesn't look like he did when they played them at the beginning of the year.
That was
Yeah,
the Brazil
and
game, wasn't it?
Yeah, because the only reason you
yeah,
guys won that game was Saquon, because Jalen looked awful in that game.
yeah, and having Saquon is a good relief.
Yeah. So, all right. After that, the night game, Commanders versus Buccaneers. I would love the Commanders to win, all because of Jaden Daniels. But I don't know, man. With this whole Baker revenue, I'm kind of hot on the Buccaneers, and I'm really liking them. So I'm going Bucks.
I got the upset here. I got Jaden and them pulling it out. I feel the culture that oh shoot, I just had his name and it's popped out of the coach.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm sleepy. Dan Quinn, he the culture that he brought over there, that team has turned it around. They've done better than a lot of experts even thought, and I feel that they're going to go in guns a-blazing, and they're going to stop the Buccaneers. Not saying that, what Buccaneers have done this season is not tremendous and not phenomenal, but Washington, man, I have them going in and winning and having the upset this week.
Okay.
Yeah. I am picking the Commanders to win. Interesting. Is Marshawn Lattimore playing? Is he?
From
So
what
it'll
they've
be
said,
Lattimore Evans.
yeah, from what they said
Lattimore
that
Evans.
he was supposed to be playing. So
Ooh, we get to
say
see
we
a
about to
little
get a Marshawn Lattimore, Mike
tension.
Evans, because we didn't get it in the final game of the season.
We'll get a
Yeah.
little tension in the playoffs. I like it. Should be a good game. Has the makings for a good one. They're much different teams, like both the Eagles and Packers, than Week 1 when they played. And yeah, I like the Commanders. They're rolling hot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna jump into my have a day real quick. So I have Bijan Robinson, 28 carries, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 3 yards. His counterpart, Drake London, 10 catches, 187 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And your winner for the last regular season have a day, Jahmyr Gibbs, 23 carries, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, have a day. All right, boys. I am going to step away and let them finish it, but I appreciate you guys for listening and chilling out with us, and I will see you guys next week.
All right. Well, so with that being said, let's get right into the very last game, which is the Monday night game of the wild card. And we have the Vikings going to Los Angeles to face the Rams. What do you got?
Ooh, I think this is the one I was the most like unsure gut feeling of. I know the Vikings have had an incredible season, but the Rams could pull an upset. I think the Vikings win though.
The Rams, like that whole division was just not great this season. And I can't I can't take it away that the Rams won their division, but I can't see that the Rams have enough to go and deny or dominate a team who was week 18 fighting to be the number 1 seed, win their division, and get a first round bye.
Yeah.
I can't take that away. So I have the Vikings winning this week. So that's the wild card weekend for this weekend. Well, with that being said, we'll get right into my segment of that catch, though. We'll go from there. And did you, by any chance, watch any and see any catches that might have stuck out on your hand?
Oh man. Trying to think of what games I even watched. I watched Oh, well, it wasn't like an immaculate catch, but in that Chiefs Broncos game, there was that like double deflection in the back of the end zone. It was really
Okay.
nice. It was
Yeah.
caught by Devon Villay.
Devon Vell or Villay.
Yeah,
Is that how you say it?
yeah,
Villay? Velly?
yeah. Something.
I'm going to butcher his name like I've butchered other people's
Yeah,
names. I'm not even going to
yeah.
lie.
Um,
But
yeah, I
did you
don't
catch
know.
any others or
I don't
no?
remember. I don't
All right.
remember.
Well, we'll get right into it. I have 3 nominees and 1 honorable mention. The honorable mention goes to Mike Williams of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Congratulations. And with this being said, this is week 18, the very last weeks. We got, again, 3. One of them, Pat, you did mention, was Devon Velli, Veal, whatever you want to say his name, for the Denver Broncos. Here's the video.
Looking for the rookie record. Ball tipped and caught. Oh my gosh! The double deflection.
Video number 2 comes from none other than one of Tim's favorite players, Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the video.
Burrow, sideline, little back shoulder.
And video number 3 comes from none other than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Jalen McMillan.
Looking, going to take a shot. He's got a man. Is he in?
Well, you saw all 3 videos, and congratulations to the Denver Broncos, Devon Vele. Congratulations. If I butchered your name and you watch this video, I do apologize. Please do not come and haunt me for the rest of my life and tell me anything. So other than that, I do apologize about butchering your name. But let's get right into your segment over there, Pat. And can you give us a little hint of maybe your power rankings of going into the playoffs?
Well, at this point, it's just going to be the playoff teams ranked 1 through 14 then.
1 through 14, okay. But did anybody jump the other teams that you might have thought should jump?
Yeah.
So there's 14 teams. Did Denver Broncos jump the Rams?
And that's that's how I'm gonna have to look at it, because seeding doesn't necessarily matter. It's a matter of I'm gonna throw all 14 teams there and be like, who's the best, who's the worst. Worst playoff team. Who do I think the worst playoff team is?
I say the worst playoff team would probably honestly be the Rams. It's just my opinion, though. I have been voted worst take, so I mean it's
maybe Texans.
Ooh, I didn't even think about Texans.
Yeah, because we'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We'll definitely have to see.
As far as tops, I guess I got to go the number 1 seeds as 1 and 2. So
I mean, you don't have to.
I have to. They are. I think they are the top 2 teams. I do think the Lions and Chiefs are the best 2 teams in the league.
See, I don't know if I'd put the Chiefs at one of the top 2 best teams. Even though their record says it, I don't feel like they're one of the top best teams. I honestly still feel that Lions and Buffalo are 2 better teams than the Chiefs. That's just my opinion.
It is, and I've always been for some reason Buffalo hater, even though I kind of like them. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't buy into the hype of their team. That nothing wows me about their team other than Josh Allen, and it takes more than that in the playoffs.
I get that. Well, with that being said, do you have any last words for our fans and family out there that listens to the Fresh Takes podcast?
Well, welcome in the new year. May this one go better, especially for me in picks towards the end of the year when we start doing that again. May all my playoff prop bets that I might place over the next few weeks hit. And with the money I win, I'll buy the fellas a nice steak dinner.
Okay. I'm down for it. I mean, shoot, I'll if it's free food, I'll take it. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on the good old X, aka FKAARTA, Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget TikTok. There will be a new hot take coming out this week. And then don't forget, I've been posting them also on Instagram. See where we can get more followers and hear from our fans. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Don't forget, every Wednesday comes out a new episode. And who knows? The Tank's Thoughts might be making a return. Don't know yet. Might be in the works. Other than that, I'll see you all next week for, what is it, divisional round? Yeah, it's divisional round after the wild card. So I'll see you all next week to talk about the divisional round. Other than that, this is Tank, and I'm signing off. Peace, y'all.